Okay, we're going to take a look at the homework for combining integers using subtraction. Now, we learned a rule from the lesson that when we combine integers means we're putting them together, but subtraction means you're separating. So we actually need to use our rule. So the rule is that we are going to combine by adding the opposite. So we combine by adding the opposite of the second integer. Okay, so that's our rule that we're going to focus on. So what does that mean? Well, here we have -2 minus 3. So we have two negatives and we need to take away 3. So we're going to combine them. So this operation sign here in the middle, this operation sign in the middle says that we are taking away. Well, we're actually going to look at adding the opposite using our strategy. We're going to keep the first integer the same, change this operation in the middle to addition, and then we are going to change the sign of this second integer. There is no sign here, so we'll treat it as positive, so then we would change that as negative. So to combine these, what we're actually doing is we have -2 and we have -3. So if I erase that for one moment, we go back. So we have -2, keep it, and then change the sign in the middle and change the sign of the second integer. So we're going to combine them by adding. So we have -2 and -3. So now we just have -2 and then -3. And then on the number line, the first integer is going to be -2. So we're going to start right here, add 0, and then we're going to put in -1, -2. So we go -2, draw the arrow, and then we go -3 more. So we go 1, 2, 3. So right here, we go -3 more. So we went -2 and then we went -3. So we ended up at -5 altogether. So when we combined -2 with -3, we ended up with -5. So remembering that rule, so we're going to add integers. We're going to combine them. We're going to combine the integers by adding the opposite. So we're going to keep the first integer, change the middle symbol sign, and then change the sign of the second integer. So what we're really doing is, instead of subtracting -3, we have -4 and we have +3. Okay, so going to the chips, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have +3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so going to the number line, our first integer starting at 0. So we're going to start at 0, identify that, and it's negative. So we're going to go negative, 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 negative. So we go 4. And then we actually turn around and then we go in the positive direction. So this is the negative direction. This is the positive direction. So now we're going to turn around and then we're going to go plus, plus, plus. We're going to go +3. And this was -4. So we went to -4, then we turned around, and then we went in the positive direction 3 spots, and then we ended up right down here. So, and that also makes sense because here, if we go negative and then positive, we're backtracking. 0 pair, 0 pair, 0 pair, and the same thing over here. 0 pair, 0 pair, 0 pair. So we are left with -1. So using the same strategy, we're going to keep the first integer the same, change the middle symbol to addition, and then change the second sign. So keep, change, change. We're going to add the opposite. So we're going to change this to a combining problem. So we have -6 and then +2. So we're going to combine these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2. So -6, +2. So starting at the number line here at 0, we're going to go -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make our line here. We will go -6. And then we turn around and go in the positive direction. We're going in the positive direction. We're going to go 1, 2. Okay, and that's going to end up at -4. And that makes sense. Here's 0 pair, 0 pair, and we're left with 4 negatives or -4. Okay, and down below, we got keep, change, change. Keep the first integer the same, change the middle sign, and then change the sign of the second integer. So we have -2 and we have +3. So -1, -2, 1, 2, 3. And then starting at the first integer on the number line, we're going to go -1, -2. And then we're going to turn around and go in the positive direction. 1, 2, 3. +3 and -2. Okay, and now we can see down below that we ended up at +1. So we have a 0 pair and a 0 pair. Those are canceled. We go negative and then positive. And also in the model here, we have 0 pair and 0 pair. We are left with +1. So keep, change, change. Keep the first integer the same. Change this to addition and change that to a positive. So that will give us +3. So we've got models 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we start here at the number line and then we go +10. And then this is actually 11, 12, and 13. Then we go +3 more. So +10 and +3. So there's no 0 pairs because there's no opposites. So there's no canceling. It's all in the same direction. So we're going to end up with +13. So keep, change, change. Keep the first integer, -10. And we're going to combine, keep, and then combine, and then change the sign here. So positive, and then there's no sign here. There's no sign here, so we're going to put that, we're going to switch it to negative. So -6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So down here, gonna go negative 10, negative 10, and then we need to go negative 6 more. So 11, 12, 13, 14. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Negative 16. So we're going to end up right here at negative 16 as our ending number. And there's no opposite pairs, so we do not subtract. It's all together, no opposite pairs. Okay, and it looks like there's the last two here. So keep, change, change, negative 2, change that to addition, and then change that to a positive. So now we're adding, so negative 2 and positive 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Starting at 0, we're going to go negative 2, and then we're going to go positive 2. So 0 pair, 0 pair, and we're going to end up going nowhere. There's a 0. And keep, change, change. Keep the first integer the same. Change this to addition, and then there is no sign here, so you need to switch that. So keep, change, change. So we have negative 7 and negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2. Starting at the number line, we're going to go negative 7, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we go negative 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to end up at negative 9. There's no opposite pairs, so that's our total, and we're going to end up with negative 9.